Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis, and this is Kaon Reviews. Now, as you saw in the intro, today's toy review video is going to focus on Transformers Studio Series Decepticon Rumble Blue as he appears in Transformers the movie. Now, this hopefully will solve the age-old argument. Is Rumble blue or is Rumble red? Because here's the thing. The whole reason for the argument is because in the cartoon, as well as possibly the comic of this particular character, is seen differently as he appears in his original toy. In the comic and the animation, you saw Rumble as blue, as you see here. In the original toy version, you see him as red. And of course, it isn't until I think it was second season that you actually see Frenzy appear as red. So again, you have those people. Basically, you have fans of both the toy as well as the the animation comic, having this long argument. Well, I hope this settles it right there, because now you have a Rumble figure that comes out as blue. Personally, I like the blue scheme for Rumble, and when I had the original G1 figures, especially Rumble and Frenzy, I pretty much chose blue as Rumble and red as Frenzy. That's mine. I no longer have those figures. They went with a long ago Purge, one of the first ones I ever had. And so, yeah, there it is. But now we have this, and we have them in this amazing open box here. And as you can tell, I'm going to try and zoom in so you can see it. You see Rumble in all his glory, and a lot of good molded detail just from being inside the box. But he does have I wouldn't say a buttload of accessories, but it's got some accessories on here, so we'll show those off as soon as I get him open. But you can tell, got the red lettering, Studio Series, Rumble. This is a core class figure, mind you. So this will come out to where I'll need to bring out Soundwave to put him in. But you see him in his angry scowl face. And on this side you see his angry skull face, as well as him armed with his pile drivers. And of course, you do see his digital, design there, where you see him in cassette mode, as well as armed with his pile drivers, as well as armed with his cannons there. So very nice. I like the box, and so there is Rumble as he appears in the box. Now, I did wind up getting him through Big Bad Toy Store. Now, we'll put a link in the description below. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get him opened up. All right, there he is, and oh man, to loosely quote the little guy, if you're ready for a tumble, better be ready to tumble with Rumble. Man, oh man, this figure is really impressive, despite his diminutive size. And wow, I mean, look at all that detail on this. I'm going to bring him a little closer so you can see. And man, look at that head sculpt. Good gravy. That is slag and outstanding, man. Look at all that detail on his chest, the detail on his legs, his shins, very somewhat G1, even on the sides of his legs here, and on his back. Now, that's one thing that I do have an issue with. It's kind of hollow, but that's all due to the transformation process. Whoops. And I forgot to zoom out. Sorry about that, folks. All right. So, as I was saying earlier, I mean, you see all of that detail he has. On his shins, the sides, on his back. Now he's got some hollowness to him, but a lot of that is due to his transformation on here. So now the pile drivers are one thing that I really wish there was a way to where his arms would be able to fold, but or at least there would be some sort of, rotation, but, there we go. So, as a matter of fact, that's one of the pairs of accessories that he does have. So he's got a pair of pile drivers, which, just like the hollowness, I really wish they would have filled this out on the tops and the bottoms here, and it would have allowed for some sort of articulation within the pile driver so they can go in and out or up and down. But these actually, damn, that's kind of tight in there. So you got this big hollowness here, but that's so you can be able to slide that in there. Now, wish it would have been more like this, but then there'd be a wider gap. So, but that's one right there. And then, of course, you have the other, which, put that there. And, before I forget, let's pull his hands out. Come on, get out of there. So you got his hands. And right there. So that's his pile drivers are just one set of accessories that he does have. But I have to tell you, I mean, he's got some really good detail on this. I'm going to try and zoom in just a little. There you go. Like I said, I really wish they had kept this and this solid and allowed this section to go in and out. So, they work a little bit. Now, of course, you have this here, which I really wish I knew what that was all about. So that's one set. Now, the other set of accessories they come on his back. And these are his weapons that you can easily put on his hands. And I'm going to try and put that there. So there we go, like so. And as Emgo would say, pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang. Now, I really wish, before I actually start griping about the figure, let's go ahead and get him, a little bit more detail. Now, as I already showed you, he's got some really good molded details, some really great paint apps, which I really like on here. His back, he's got that on there, but again, there's a lot of hollowness here, and that's all due to transformation. And so his arms are on a ball joint as well as on a swivel hinge. And again, the swivel is all due to transformation. So they can go up and further up like so. Again, that could be just due to transformation. His feet can go up about 90 degrees, or his legs, I should say. They can do a full Van damage. They can kick back about maybe, they can go back about full 90 degrees. They can bend over 90 degrees, but again, that is due to transformation. And you can have him like he's running. He's running. Yeah. And, his feet can bend back depending on how you pose them. And like so. So, I mean, he's got some good posability. Very, very nice. He doesn't have any type of ankle tilt, or no. Yeah, I don't see any ankle tilt. So when you have him in wide stances like that, you will notice that his feet are just kind of angled out like so. Now, unfortunately, his hands can fold in, but again, that's due to transformation. There is no wrist rotation. There is no elbow bend, no bicep rotation. You can fold out like so, like that. And it can arch just a little bit, but not by much. His head can rotate around 360. And again, you can point it back, and that will go in to the empty slot, which I will show during the transformation segment. So there he is, and very nice. I have to say I'm very impressed so far. So, let's see. Okay, so other than that, let's go ahead and get him ready for transformation as well as insertion into Soundwave's chest cavity. All right, I'm back. As you can see, I wound up, as you can tell from the background, wound up bringing in Soundwave. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take off his alternate weapons, and we are going to go ahead and start the transformation. So to do that, we're going to turn the head around, and we're going to tuck this in to the back. Once that is there, we're going to go ahead and lift the arms up like so, and we're going to just hitch that in like that. Now at this point, we're going to go ahead and just tuck the legs oh, excuse me, had some soda. So we're going to tuck the hands in, which I should have done earlier. But you know what they say, better late than never. Now we're going to go ahead and just tuck all this in. Now, I don't know if anyone noticed this, but there are tabs on the sides of the legs. They're going to go into these small little slots. And then we're going to tuck the feet in. And just to make sure everything is flushed. There you go. You have him in his cassette mode, which you can tell from the decals that they are very much like in the form of a cassette. Very, very nice. It's not like the OG1 version, but hey, it is very compact. Now, speaking of G1, I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. And we're going to go ahead, pull his alternate weapons out of the way, bring Soundwave forward just a bit. I'm going to eject Laserbeak, which I have in here, and we're going to go ahead and see if that fits in there. And like that. Ta-da! It fits. Now, will he eject? Kind of. You may have to do some pulling on him, but let's try that again. Yeah, it's a little tight, but he's still able to eject out of there. So, very, very nice. So, not too bad. And as I stated earlier in this review, I did wind up getting him through BBTS, so I will put a link in the description below. So for anyone that has yet to pick him up, you have a chance if they're still available. So let me go ahead and get him ejected out once again, transformed. Now come back with my final score as well as my final thoughts. All right, I am back. Thank you for your patience. As you can see, I have him alongside with Soundwave and Laserbeak. Now, for anyone that does not recognize this particular mode, this is from the Walmart exclusive Netflix Soundwave from the War for Cybertron trilogy. Now, granted, I love this mode and I really wish they had re-released this one for Legacy. I'm hoping, this is a little side note, mind you, I'm hoping that like they did with Blaster and turning him into Twincast, I'm hoping that they do the same with Soundwave and turning this mode into Sound Blaster. So here's hoping. And I hope they give him a Rat Bat as well as a Red Frenzy. That would be cool, honestly. That would be really cool. But anyway, going back to the main man over here, Rumble. And I have to say, I love this. Now, there were some issues, as I stated earlier. There were some gaps in the legs, but again, this is all to make sure that the figure is able to transform. One thing that I did not like is the hollowness in here. This is all just one solid piece. As you can tell, it is also painted. But I really wish they had molded this solid with only this open and the ability to allow these pylons to actually go in and out. That would have been awesome. That would have been a great effect to have. Also, articulation. Granted, I love that they have the ball jointed legs or knees here. I really wish they had done the same with the arms as well. That would have been cool. So that is my take on the figure. So on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm going to go ahead and give this Rumble an 8. And again, it's all due to what I had mentioned a little while ago. So Other than that, that is my take on the figure. I want to hear from you. Have you been able to find this little guy? And if so, do you like him? Do you hate him? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Click onto the bell icon so you can be notified when I post up new videos. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone who's been watching my videos, who has been cheering me on to create more content. I'm just so sorry it's been slow recently. If there's anything particular that you all want me to try and review, let me know in the comments. I do love to hear what you all have to say. So, I look forward to hearing them. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.